Hey guys, Cam here. This video gonna help you to troubleshoot if you're missing a color for your EcoTank.
So we see here with our nozzle check, we have a really good black, really good yellow, and really good magenta. When I open up my EcoTank, when I see things like this, I usually assume that my print head is really well, it works really good. I see that first time printing, we do not know, and the total pages that it has printed is 3. So I'm going to assume that my print head here is working well.
We have 2 other videos that troubleshooted similar problems. I'll put a link above, and when you see the error going up, and you can click on it and see the video. So here's the first video. So if today's method doesn't work or doesn't apply to your situation, you can always bookmark this video and come back and find out 2 other videos to watch.
I like to open up and see what my colors look like. So my black has ink in it, my yellow is running low, so is my magenta, and when I get to my cyan, which is the color that is missing, I see that it has absolutely no blue. If anything, it almost looks brand new. At this point, I'm going to draw ink back through. I'll open up my covers here. This allows air to come through. So right, we'll see that I drawed. There are my other colors. But the funny part is that when we get to the blue, I'm going to skip my magenta just so we can get the picture here. When we come to the blue, and I stick this in and I do a drawback, right? See that my syringe is coming back, but no cyan ink is coming through. Now, sometimes I have this happen even when there is already ink in there. What I do is I put my thing in and I tip it a little bit at an angle. So I tried that. You see I'm still drawing back and no ink is coming through at all. At this point, what I can assume is it does not have little rubber ring inside of the damper that helps suction on to that syringe. So I'll show you what I'm talking about with this little ring in there. These are dampers that I have collected from other printers that we take apart here. So you can get these used dampers on our website at BCH Technologies.
If you need to get those dampers, you can go to bchtechnologies.com and just type in damper. And what Abby uses is the 4-piece used genuine damper. All those dampers, the front is the same, and most likely the only little difference is here. So sometimes you cannot put in, and if you have different model that cannot put in, you can modify this part a little bit. Just get a razor blade, cut this off. And also have a video to explain different dampers, and I'm going to put the link to the video above.
So this is the cyan one that I'm going to want to replace. I'm going to show you what this little rubber ring that I'm talking about in here. Alright, I'm going to use a little dentist pick that I have, and I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to show you this rubber ring. Alright, this is that rubber ring that is in that damper. Okay, so this is what the damper in there is missing that is not allowing me to suction it. So let's go ahead and replace this damper that I've collected that you can also buy if you're having the same trouble. And I'll show you when we replace it. This one has that rubber ring in there and it should draw ink just fine. Alright, so let's try that. Alright, so we see the dampers. It's going to go in, right? So we see our clip here. It is going to go in that way, facing the printer that way. Okay, because this nozzle here is going to connect onto the tube. So this is our cyan tube. It's the one all the way towards the end. If you need to look, there we have our cyan. We also have our cyan here. Alright, let's take off that tube. You just need to pull it off. There's no screws, nothing. You really don't need any tools. You can just do this with your hands. We're going to slide that back on, right? Here's the used damper that should be with cyan that has that rubber ring in it. Now watch, let's use that syringe and we're going to pull. Now the other thing is when I put this in, I can feel that little tension of me having to put it in there with that rubber ring. That there's something a little bit deeper with this.
So next thing we're going to check is we're going to follow the whole ink supply system. And to do this, Abby is going to take the printer apart. Of course, we have videos about how to take a printer apart. You can just go to my channel, and inside the channel search for uncasing, and I have lots of uncasing videos for different printer models.
Guys, this is really interesting. I have not seen something like this before. What should have happened was it would draw right through. When I put my hand under here, I tried already to push, thinking that this ink tube was not all the way down. But surprisingly, if we look here, it is broken in half. This is really surprising to me. I'm wondering how this had happened, or how it could have happened. This is interesting. Do you see this? Wow. Found another problem, and we should have another video.
Of course, I'm going to say if you need the tubes, you can go to BCH Technologies.com. It got long, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
I want to know what you think happened to the tube. Do you think the carriage caught it and nicked it, or an animal came and chewed it?
Personally, I think it's a design issue. When the Epson installed this printer, they closed the lid, the scanner lid, and they can actually cut this tube in half. So this printer only printed 3 pages and never was able to fully functional.
You can visit us at bchtechnologies.com or locally here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Happy printing, everyone.